You would think adopting a puppy is a time of joy for any family.
But a Port Arthur man's joy quickly turned into shock and then anger. KFDM's Iman Abraham joining us live in the newsroom to explain why. Iman?
Aaron, the man who adopted Summer last week, says he had no idea the dog had parvo, a potentially fatal virus. Hartford adopted a puppy, Summer, from the Port Arthur Animal Shelter last week. He says he didn't know the dog was sick.
I noticed that after having her for a while, she had a lot of worms coming out in her stool. She tested positive for hookworms and tapeworms, and also she tested extreme positive for parvo. Hartford took pictures of the positive parvo test results from a vet where he brought Summer. The test alone for Summer cost nearly $200. I mean, it probably wouldn't have been so bad if we knew what we were walking into, maybe. But even when we got the documentation and signed it and everything to adopt her, they literally said to put the money towards the vet bills, not to pay anything for her adoption fees or anything. The shelter gave him a receipt showing there was no cost for the adoption. Hartford said it broke his heart knowing Summer was diagnosed with parvo, but he couldn't afford the treatment. The reason why we brought her back was because we couldn't afford to help her, and we would assume that maybe they could. We asked Anthony Mitchell, the Port Arthur Animal Control Supervisor, if the shelter knew about the puppy having the parvo and how the puppy is doing. Mitchell said the shelter did not recognize any signs of the puppy being sick, and Summer seemed fine. He did say the puppy will be getting tested Friday and is quarantined for now. I feel like in a facility full of dogs, that should definitely be a requirement if you're bringing in random dogs off the street and just throwing them in a kennel with everybody else. Like, you don't know if that dog's been infected or not. The shelter wouldn't let us take video of Summer, but we were able to see her. Mitchell says he will try to get her the necessary treatment if it's needed. We reached out to the Code Compliance Director and the City Manager about Port Arthur's adoption policy. We have not heard back. Reporting live in studio, Iman Abraham. Aaron, Kimberly, back to you.